Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the Gaining Ground. Before I begin this video, just a reminder, if you have not yet subscribed to this channel, please do so by clicking on the subscribe button down below. You heard correctly. Welcome back to the Gaining Ground. CRTV just wasn't working for me. It wasn't rolling off the tongue. It wasn't inspiring me to want to create content. And honestly, it's just not who I was. I've been the Gaining Ground for so long, it just didn't feel right to me. So I decided I'm gonna own who I am. Since January 2nd, 2020, I've been the Gaining Ground, and I will continue being the Gaining Ground. So I'm back, wearing my Santa hat because I decided to participate in Vlogmas. Still not too sure what Vlogmas is. I heard some people talk about it. I think I heard Shakara Transformations mention it maybe 2 months ago. So I decided to hit up the Googles, and I saw that Vlogmas is pretty much just uploading every day for 24 days starting December 1st. So I talked to my boy, No Fate 247, and I said, "You want to do Vlogmas?" He had no idea what it was either. I explained it to him. He said, "You do it, I'll do it with you." So check his channel out. I'll link it down below. He released his first video today where he shaves that god-awful mustache because he participated in Movember. Is that what it's called? Movember, where you grow a mustache in the month of November, and you do it for charity. Which reminds me, I never did my November charity, did I? So I will post the charity that I was going to donate to. I'll donate tomorrow, December 2nd. I'll post in the community tab, and that'll be my November charity. So for charity, you get 2 for 1 in the month of December. It's probably going to find a prostate cancer charity. That was my intention because November, the whole Movember thing has to do with men's health, prostate cancer, and other things. So I'll probably find something dedicated to prostate cancer and donate there. So I don't know what I'm going to upload for 24 days. I got a couple ideas floating in my head, a couple kitchen segments, holiday cookie baking. I like to make cookies for my neighbors, so I'll probably do that. Story times. I'm thinking of doing a live in a couple of weekends for charity, so stay tuned for that. So yeah, I'm going to have something for you guys every day, even if it's 2 minutes long. I'm going to push it out. So stay tuned. Vlogmas should be fun. It's going to be a lot of work, but at least it's not Vlogtober where you have to do it for 31 days. I only have to do it for 24 days. So hooray, I don't have to do it for an extra 7 days like other people do when they do Vlogtober. So stay tuned for that. This is the only time I'm going to get serious during Vlogtober. I want to talk about Hayden Nation News Network. So if you follow Hayden Nation News Network, they are a channel that roasts people who do or have done reaction channels. I've been roasted. They roast many other people. If you're unaware, Hayden Nation News Network had a really horrific comment added to one of their more recent videos. It was a comment under the video comparing a black woman to Harambe. For those of you who live out of the United States, outside of the United States, you may not know who Harambe is or remember what what the Harambe story was. So here's a quick refresher. In 2016, I think it was Cincinnati. I probably should have did a little research. At a zoo in Cincinnati, I believe, Harambe was a gorilla who was, I guess, euthanized. I wouldn't even say euthanized. I think he was shot on the spot when a child climbed the fence at the zoo in the enclosure, fell in, and there's been debate as to whether Harambe was going to shield the kid to protect him or attack the kid. A lot of animal experts believe that he actually was protecting the child, and the parents took a lot of flack for it because Harambe ended up being killed because of what the public saw as the parents' carelessness by allowing their child or not supervising their child, and the child, tumbled into the enclosure, I guess. It must have just been a high barrier and they tumbled down. I don't know. So the comment was comparing a black woman to Harambe. I asked around because I hear Harambe and I saw that comment before it was hearted, and I immediately thought disgusting. I was just grossed out by the comment itself. I knew right away what it meant. After everything went down and it was noticed, I guess, that Hayden Nation News Network hearted that comment, I asked around to different people because I have a lot of people who watch this channel from outside of the United States, as well as in the United States. And the majority of the people I talked to, when I said, hey, when you see a comment calling a black woman Harambe, what are your first thoughts? And of course, most of them were like, that's racist. That's a very, 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 very racist thing to do. So I thought the comment was disgusting. Now, I talked to other people who, mostly the ones who lived out of the United States, they didn't understand what that meant. They were like, we don't know what's a Harambe. So I explained to them and I said, listen, here's Harambe was is it a gorilla? I think Harambe was a gorilla, right? I don't have my primates, but either way, it's a primate. And I said, this person was pretty much calling this black person a gorilla, a primate. And no matter what you or I think of this person, that's not something you do. It's just, there are so many things you can criticize people for without being racist. And while there have been things said or done in the past that can be twisted to be perceived as racism or labeled racism, depending on who you ask, this was racism. There is no ifs, ands, or buts around the comment. The comment was a very racist person. I went through this person's comment history, and not only do they have a history of leaving racist comments across channels, they also have a history of mocking HIV, saying another creator had HIV, and there was something else too that was said, and I don't even remember anymore. I was turned off by it. I went and I hid the user from my channel. I don't even know if they ever watched my channel. I don't think I found comments from them on my channel. I don't remember if I actually looked, but I hid the user from my channel. It was a disgusting thing to do. When this happened, I reached out to Belinda, who was Hayden Nation News. And I was like, Belinda, what are you doing? Like, what are you hearting the comment? And as I was talking to her, I remember the missteps I made when I started this channel 11 months ago tomorrow. I would get caught up in hearting comments without reading it, and it actually led to me hearting a few very unfortunate comments. One was involving a mukbang and a firearm, just things that I shouldn't have hearted, but I didn't heart them because I agreed with them or read them. I hearted them because I was going down the line on my phone and just hearting. So I'm not here to speak for Hayden Nation News Network. I've always stood behind, or I've said in the past, that when you're a larger creator, you should speak publicly when somebody in your perceived community or somebody who people consider your friend makes a misstep. And this was a very big misstep. This wasn't a mukbang comment. This was a big misstep. So I'll let her talk to you folks about it if you go watch her channel, Hayden Nation News Network. But I would be a hypocrite if I didn't address it. It had to be addressed. The comment not only had a heart from her, but it had likes as well. I don't understand it, unless, like I said, it's people who don't know what Harambe is. But if you don't know what Harambe is, what are you doing liking a comment? So I thought it was very malicious, and it just wasn't, regardless of what you think of the person the comment was directed to, it was just a disgusting overall thing to say, to like, and to heart. But I know as a YouTube creator, mistakes are made. I still like Belinda. I like Hayden Nation News Network. They are more than welcome to continue roasting me. I'm not going to distance myself from her because I don't believe in my heart that in her heart she is racist. I'm going to, like I said, take her at her word for her explanation, and she can take that further to you guys. I don't need to go into a personal conversation between me and her, but I know who she is. Can she be crude? Can she be rough around the edges? Yes. Does hearting that comment make her a racist without intent? I don't believe it does. I hope more people learn from my mistakes, where you need to be very careful when you're going down the line, especially as your channel starts getting bigger. Be very careful with scrolling down and hearting everything, because you could be hearting, very nasty things, whether they're violent comments with wishing harm on others, extremely racist, disgusting comments like this one. You just have to be careful. While I'm on this topic, a couple weeks ago I did a live, and I said some things. I'm not going to relive it. I was explaining myself back in June. I think we all know I didn't have the best summer ever. It is what it is. I'm not rehashing all of that. I don't care to. I'm moving on. But I said something that at the time I didn't see as hurtful to people. I just didn't see it as a bad thing to say, because I'm a very stubborn person. But there was a comment made by another creator that I had been having a lot of problems with at the time. It was a screenshot of a tweet. And I flat out said at the time, and I believed it, saying it, that, I talked privately with people, and I condemned it privately, and I condemned what that creator said. And if they came into my chat, I told my moderators, if they come in here acting like that, Because this was a screenshot of a tweet. I didn't see the tweet itself. So I said, if this person comes into chat acting racist, acting this messy, acting this gross, you need to ban them. Kick them, ban hammer. Was it the ban hammer? That's what everybody says. I've reflected on that and I'm like, okay, you know what? That was a very petty and stupid thing to believe at the time. And by mid-November, I should have grown and I didn't, maybe because I just haven't really been thinking about it. That tweet kind of came back up into the public spotlight a couple weeks ago, which is why I spoke on it. And then there was some backlash, and in my typical stubborn self, I was like, no, I know what I meant. This is what I meant. This is what I meant. And part of growing is fixing the things you do wrong. And that was a wrong thing to do. I can't go back and speak on it publicly, but I can say, you know what, regardless of the problems I had with this creator, I should have said something. I should have stood up for it, for her. I should have condemned it, even if it was just a screenshot. I shouldn't have just said anything in private. All of you who have criticized me the last 2 weeks, I apologize to all of you. You are 100% absolutely right. I should have at the time stood up and spoken on it. I should have said this is wrong. I don't like this person as a creator right now, but at the time, no matter how I felt about her, I should have stood up and I should have said something, and I didn't do it. And a couple weeks ago, that should have been what I told everybody. But here's the good part about YouTube and about doing these things publicly. People quickly point out your missteps. And while I don't ingest the criticism right away, over the last couple weeks, I've really reflected on it. And before the whole Hater Nation News Network thing, I had already planned to address it. And then when that happened, I figured, let me just do it Vlogmas Day 1. To this creator, it was a horrible tweet. I know the history of minstrel shows. I know exactly what they were trying to say. It was a terrible thing to say. I apologize for not speaking up. I apologize for making an excuse about why I didn't speak up. There is no excuse. I should have spoken up. I should have said it was wrong at the time. I can't go back and fix that, but I can fix it now. I was wrong 2 weeks ago. I hadn't really thought about it until that live, but then seeing all the criticism, I really had time to reflect on it. But in the future, I know now, and this comments from the Hater Nation News Network reinforces that. It doesn't matter how you feel about somebody. Racism is never acceptable. And just because you condemn it privately, that's not good enough. So I will do better on that. And I'm asking that if you learned something from the Hater Nation News comment, if you now know what Harambe is, or maybe somehow you didn't know that comparing black people to primates is racist, which I don't know how, and nobody would know that, but I can't speak for everyone in this world. Now you know. Do better. Don't make the same mistakes that other people make. And with this new knowledge you're learning from all of this, go to a family member, go to a friend. Ask them if they know who Harambe is. Ask them what they think about a black person being compared to Harambe or primate in general, a monkey, gorilla, ape, whatever. And if they say to you, well, I've never heard of that, I don't know anything about that. Take this response, take the responses Hater Nation News Network got throughout social media. Use this opportunity to educate somebody who doesn't know, who's never heard this before. These things that happen, whether it's the tweet in June, whether it's this comment getting hardened, are very negative, nasty things to happen. That happen. But you can't make them unhappen. All you can do is turn a very negative thing into a positive. And again, I'm still learning. I'm not perfect. Nobody out there is perfect. But I can tell you that will never happen again. So we have 23 more days where I'm hoping we have a lot of fun. And like I said, stay tuned for a charity live stream coming probably on December 13th, whatever that Sunday is. I woke up today, side note, with a lot of back pain. I'm 7 days out from 40 and I'm like, oh, is this the beginning? Is this what I have to look at? Is this 40 and I'm just being blessed 7 days early? I don't know. So it's my last week in my 30s. I'm hoping that Vlogmas combined with my birthday will provide some good content. But again, I'm sorry this got so heavy, but it's a conversation that needed to be had. So anyway, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. And again, if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, please do so by clicking on the subscribe button down below. Click the bell next to it to be alerted every time I upload new content. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Giving this video and other videos a thumbs up on my channel means you like my videos. When you like my videos, it means you like my channel. And when you like my channel grows. And feel free to follow me on social media. I have Instagram. The link is down below. You can follow me there. And don't forget to share this video to others on social media if you think you see something that someone else might find useful or might share them up. So as always, thank you for liking. Thank you for watching. And most of all, thank you for subscribing. It's been so long I got that wrong. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching. No, what did I used to say? I know it's been forever. Hold on. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking. And most of all, thank you for watching. I got to go back to old Gaining Ground videos and figure it out. But anyways, yep, I'm back. The Gaining Ground. It's good to be back. And I'm looking forward to spending December with you guys. Stay safe out there. We'll talk soon.